Welcome back, it's the two Prince Freaks once again. We're going to be continuing our build Outpost Sanctuary. Now, this is going to end up being a three-part instead of a two. My last video I said this would be a two-parter, but I was mistaken. They're still going to be uploaded back-to-back, so you'll have all three parts pretty much at the same time. So, we're building these walls out of the shack fences. This is good. Like I said before, this is going to be a strictly vanilla build, so that way everyone can build this no matter what scenario you're in. The mods I use, such as Place Anywhere and Scrap That Settlement and such, are all compatible with the base game without any other additional mods or any DLCs. Now, there is a slight glitch with the Place Anywhere mod. If you if you place down an object with Place Anywhere, it does glitch. It does kind of like a fuzzy effect. That's a real easy fix. All you need to do is select the object and unselect it. With the Place Anywhere mod, you are able to glitch in and clip certain objects together, like so. As you see, it was kind of glitching and fuzzy right there. The guard post I'm building right now is a pretty simple build. You just need one of these shack bridges. Get it as close to possible if you want to use Place Anywhere or not. Without Place Anywhere, it's a bit more difficult, but not impossible. All we need to do is place a guard post up front and a pair of stairs. There we are, all completed. It's simply just line up the stairs up against the shack and the shack guard post, and voila. These small little trees over here, you're not gonna miss. They're just even if you do want the trees around, getting rid of the small thin ones isn't gonna make that big of a difference. Here we're gonna close off this section of the outpost by just putting two little shack fences along the fences. We do end up cleaning up the fences on the left-hand side, but as of right now, that's not important. We'll get to that in a little while. I end up clipping some pieces together in this. There is a gap in the middle where you can walk through right now at this portion, but I do close it up with the shack bridge in a little bit. You're going to want to use the sides that are closed off with the cross beams, those little boards. That's gonna block off that little gap in between. I do glitch in the shack bridge in between. I've done this without mods before, multiple playthroughs. So if you want to see me build this without any glitches or shortcuts, then just leave a comment down below and I'll get to that. In just a little bit, we're going to be cutting to the last part of the wall. Okay, we're going to be building the final portion of the wall right now. At least for the time being. Later on, I do build a wall around the house, making a sort of area for smoking. But for now, we're going to just build this portion. This is going to be the wall where the final guard post hides behind for cover and keeping the settlers safe. We're going to be using a combination of one of the metal walls and a majority of the shack fence pieces. For defense, I usually put Sturgis up as a guard, but sometimes if I decide to go Minutemen, I will, after being named the general, you can have Preston Garvey as a companion. And if that happens, I usually put him as a guard, unless I'm doing something else. The metal pieces are pretty forgiving at times when you want to clip them, But this junk fence right here is just deciding he wants to be a spoiled brat and he wants to be pampered, but we're not having it. We're just going to use the Place Anywhere mod to get him in place. Now, if you look at it right now, you can kind of see it fading in and out of the game. It's very faint, but I demonstrate the what to do when something like this happens. I was originally planning on putting this junk fence in with the Place Anywhere mod, but it decided it wanted to work for me. It's just depending on your luck. Here I remember putting in one of the shack walls, but here through this play around I ended up doing a bit differently. Just how things turned out, and I decided to put one of these instead. Okay, there's the wall completed. Real quick, I'm just going to show you about these two walls right here. You can see how it acts pretty fuzzy. You just need to select it, unselect it, and we're all good to go. Right now, we're just going to line up the fence for the garden. This post right here, if you line it up incorrectly, kind of clips with one of the parts of the fence, like the broken portion, and you just need to fiddle with it. Takes a couple seconds. I'm using the wrong piece right now. I'm trying to put the double piece in, and that's not the piece we want. So we're just gonna, I'll figure it out in just a second. There you go. There we go. Look at me, smart boy. You're gonna want to put the fence near the middle or the beginning, or it'll clip too far into the ground and it'll just look goofy. And there we have it. Now to pick this portion up, you just gotta, once again, fiddle with this post, make sure it's lined up properly. Just takes a couple of seconds. I didn't do a very good job right then and there. I didn't really see it at the time, but I recommend going back and making sure it's more flush with the rest of it. And right now, we're just going to make sure we put the stairs right there, so that way the settlers can get in and out. And in a second, we're going to go in and place in all the beds. Here we are in the L-shaped house. Now, placing down the beds is really just wherever you want to, really. Wherever you think it fits most, wherever you think it's out the way. I tend to try to line it up with the wall as much as possible, just so there's enough room for when I later put down furniture. But furniture is completely up to your discretion. The wall on the left, a little bit ago, that wall is going to be later replaced with the door wall, and that's what will lead out to the soaking area that we saw earlier. And in a second, I'm going to put together the garden for you. Real quick, we're just going to put together the first garden. Now, all you really need to do is pick the melons and gourds that are here and just replant them. Plant the gourds and the melons that you got. That will give you about 3 food. Now, that's not enough for the settlers up in Concord. In a little bit, I'll build the second little garden area for the potatoes that you can grab from either Anthony Farm or 10 Pines Bluff. This is a short little, just takes 10 seconds to do. With every garden, just put down a quick water pump. That gives off the illusion that each water pump is for each respective garden, and it's going to provide water for your settlers as well. And I'll show you the second garden bit. Alrighty, this is about near the end of this part of the video. Don't worry, part 3 is going to be up in just a little while. But for this portion, we're just going to be showing off this fence. Now, it does float on this hillside if you just put down one of the presets. So go ahead and place down a post like so, and the rest should clip in to the floor pretty fine. Now for a second it doesn't seem to want to snap, but it picks and chooses what pieces it wants to work with. For this one, I didn't want to work with one of the post and fence parts, So you just put in a plain fence and finish it off. Now in here, just go ahead and grab some potatoes from either Anthony Farm or Tim Fine's Bluff, and you're just seeing about 6 of them, and that will satisfy all your sellers. Put down another water pump and get off the illusion that you're going to use it to water your garden, and gives off a pretty nice look. This is about all you really need to do for this settlement. If you want to stop here, go right ahead and just place in those potatoes. Or if you want to decorate it a bit more and spruce it up a bit, then stay tuned for part 3. Thank you for watching and have a very nice day.